The college canteen buzzed with the usual midday chaos, students chatting, tray clattering, and the smell of fries lingering in the air. Vine sat at her usual corner table, her round glasses slightly slipping down her nose as she focused on her open notebook, her pen tapped rhythmically against the page as she scribbled down last minute corrections to her physiology assignment. Opposite her, Tara stabbed a nugget with her fork, chewing with a more serious expression. You are telling me Professor Shin still hasn't replied to your email? She ground her mouth half full. That woman replies slower than my grandma sending a text. Vine chuckled quietly, adjusting her glasses as she pushed a strand of hair behind her ear. I think she's just waiting to fail me in suspense. Adds to the thrill, she muttered, flipping another page. Or maybe I asked too many questions again. Again, she gasped, dramatically leaning forward across the table. Fine, you attached a 3-page PDF asking her about a 2-line case study. You practically sent her a thesis. Okay, okay, she laughed, hiding her face behind her notebook. I just wanted to understand it properly, that's all. Nerd, proud of it. They both giggled their tray, half eaten and notebooks scattered between ketchup sachets and sticky notes. After a moment of silence, Tara tilted her head, eyes narrowing in mischief. So, she drawled, slowly, chewing her words like they were candy. Speaking of assignments and emailing people way too much, did you finally confess to Sam? Van froze mid-bite, her spoon halfway to her mouth. What? She blinked rapidly, lowering the spoon and suddenly very interested in lunch. Tara smiled, clearly not planning to drop the topic. You heard me. Love struck harmony. Samuel freaking Lee, the golden boy. Did you tell him yet? Vine faced, her cheeks warming instantly as she avoided Tara's eyes. No, I was going to yesterday, but he was sitting with Leo and the guys, and she trailed off, adjusting her glasses nervously. What if he doesn't like me like that? I mean, look at me, Tara. I'm not stylish or cool. I wear sneakers with cartoon socks. My idea of makeup is cherry chapstick. Are adorable. I'm a nerd. She slumped against the table, face buried in her arms. Tara stared at her dramatically. Oh my god, you are hopeless. Do you think being smart and cute is a bad thing? I don't know. Her voice came out muffled. I just don't want to get rejected and lose our friendship too. He's nice to me, we work on assignments together, but maybe he's only nice because he needs me. Tara clicked her tongue, tossing a fry at Vine's head and Vine ground lowly. Okay, first of all, rude. You sound like a Wattpad main character right now. Second, Sam likes you. Vine lifted her head slightly confused. What? How do you know? Tara rolled her eyes. Because I asked him, dummy, we are friends. He told me you are smart and cool in a classic rom-com girl kind of way, and he laughed when I said you were into him, which means he wasn't surprised, which means he already guessed it, which means he might into you too. Maya's face turned beet red, eyes widened. You what, Tara? Tara laughed, leaning back smugly. You are welcome. Oh my god, I can't breathe. She pressed her palm to her chest, flustered beyond words, as Tara laughed harder. Come on, nerdy girl. You are going to tell him. You are literally the only girl I know who can explain quantum theory and also blush like a tomato when someone says hi. One ground, covering her face again. Maybe I will tell him after graduation, like on our deathbeds. No, you are doing it this week, or I will do it for you. You already did. They both burst out laughing again, the clatter of trays and student chatter fading into background noise as the two friends leaned over their table, giggling and scheming. Vine's heart raced, not just from embarrassment, but from the tiniest flicker of hope. The sky was a dull grey that afternoon, as if the weather had caught on the nervous storm brewing inside Vine's chest. Her fingers were sweaty around the edges of her notebook as she stood outside the campus garden benches, where Sam usually hung out after class. Sam Lee, the charming heart of the guy every girl flirted with in the hallways, blonde highlights, a smug jawline, and the laugh that made even Professor Green. He was effortlessly popular, and despite all of that, he had always smiled at Vine, asked her to group up during assignments, and even save her a seat during a movie night once. That was enough to set her nerdy heart sprawling. Tara's words kept echoing in her head. He likes you too. With a deep breath, Van adjusted her glasses and made her way over to Sam. Sam was lounging lazily on the bench with his phone in hand, looking like he stepped right out of a teen drama. His vested jacket was half zipped, revealing his perfect smirk when he looked up. Hey Vine, what's up? Hey, she swallowed her eyes, nearly cracking. Can I talk to you for a second alone? He looked around, then stood, slipping his phone into his back pocket with a casual shrug. Sure, shoot. One hesitated, glancing down at her notebook. She clenched to her chest like a shield. I wanted to say something actually for a while now. She took a shaky breath. I like you, Sam, like more than a friend. There, it was out, just like that. For a moment the world paused. She stared at him, heart hammering, lips pressed together nervously. Sam blinked, then smirked. You like me? He chuckled, a short, cold, amused sound that made her inside twist. Wow, I mean, why you are cool and all, but come on, you didn't actually think this would go somewhere, right? I mean, look at you and me. One's face dropped. What? She was looking at him in disbelief. I mean, you are sweet, you are smart, great with assignments, honestly. That last eco paper? Top notch. He laughed again, rubbing the back of his neck. But if I made you my girlfriend, people will think I lost a bet or something. Wine stood frozen, humiliated, confused. Look, just because we are friends and I use your notes doesn't mean I want anything more. Chill. It's not that deep. That broke her. She didn't say anything. Her eyes welled up instantly and she turned around and ran, books clutched to her chest. The sound of her flight stepping against the campus pavement echoing in her ear. She didn't stop until she reached the old library, always empty this time of day. Slamming the door behind her, she slid down the wall, knees to her chest, heart torn to shreds. Tears poured down her cheeks as she sniffled uncontrollably. Her shoulders shook violently, and she muffled her sob into her sleeves, gasping between them. I'm so stupid, she mumbled between her sobs. You okay? She jumped startled, her head wrapped up. And that's when she saw him, Jungkook, the campus bad boy. He was leaning against the old teacher's desk, dressed in all black, black ripped jeans, black leather jacket, and silver earrings that caught the dim sunlight filtering through the blinds. His tattoo peeked from under his sleeves, and his sparkling eyes were locked onto her. Someone bullied you? His voice wasn't mocking or cold. It was low, calm, surprisingly gentle. Vine shook her head, wiping her tears quickly. No, it's nothing. I didn't know anyone was here. Jungkook didn't move. His gaze stayed steady, unreadable but oddly warm. Is it Sam? Her body stiffened. She stared at him, shocked. How do you? Jungkook sighed and finally walked towards her, his boots making soft thuds on the floor. It's obvious. I have seen you too. You were always hanging around him. Then suddenly, Golden Boy started getting better grades. She looked down, biting her trembling lips as fresh tears rolled down. He used me. He knew I liked him. And he used me and then he laughed. He said I wasn't good enough. Her voice cracked, fragile and raw. I am not like other girls. I am not selfish or pretty or popular. I want to make something of myself for me, for my mom. Her word broke off into sobs again. She covered her face, feeling ashamed, embarrassed. Jungkook bent down quietly, crouching in front of her. He didn't say anything at first. He just reached out, gently patting her head like she was something delicate. Then he offered his handkerchief. Here, wipe your face. You look like you lost a wrestling match with a waterfall. One giggled through her tears, sniffling as she took it. You are doing absolutely brilliant. Don't let a jerk like Sam make you question that. She blinked at him, surprised. You are not like other girls, and that's a good thing. Most people are plastic and loud. You are real, you are smart, you are different. I admire that. One felt her breath hate at his word. He said it so effortlessly, like it was obvious. Why are you being nice to me? Jungkook gave a half smirk. Because I hate seeing good people cry and because I kinda want to break Sam's teeth now. One gasp, half laughing. No, don't. Why not? Because I want to make him regret it, not punch him into looking like a regret. He grinned at that. I didn't love him or anything. It was just a crush, but he could have rejected me kindly. Instead, he humiliated me. Jungkook so tightened at her word. His fist clenched for a second before he took a calm breath. Then, with a spark in his eyes, he leaned forward, resting his arm on his knees. Then let's make him regret it. What? Join me, I will help you. We will make Golden Boy wish he never opened his stupid mouth. She stared at him, speechless. She doesn't want to trust anyone at this moment, but her heart told her otherwise. We will do it smart, neat, no violence, just the right moves you in. For a moment, the heartbreak dulled, and for the first time that day, Vine smiled, shaky but real. As she nodded slowly, I am in. She decided to trust him. The transformation was slow but unstoppable. Ever since that day in the empty classroom where Jungkook found her crying her heart out, Vine was no longer the girl who silently walked the hallways, shrinking away from attention with Jungkook beside her, guiding, teasing, supporting. She found the strength she never thought she had, and him, he fell deeper into something he couldn't name. From the moment Jungkook first laid his eyes on Vine sitting alone in the back of the library with glasses on, chewing her pancake, completely lost in a world, he knew there was something different about her. She wasn't loud, she didn't wear makeup like the others, she didn't bat her lashes or giggle at his smirks, she didn't even notice him. And that bothered the hell out of him. Why the hell is she always zoning out like that? He muttered one day to Mingyu, pretending not to care. Dude, that's literally the quiet girl from camp. Forget her, man. But he couldn't. Every time he saw her, she was doing her own thing, reading, tutoring someone, helping the librarian, solving equations on her hand with ink all over her fingers, and for some reason she stayed on his mind. And then came that day when he saw her rush out of the hallway, eyes glistening with tears, pain written all over her face. He followed her without even thinking. That day, something shifted in both of them. Now weeks had passed, and Jungkook didn't just help Vine get back up, he helped her glow. He had wait for her outside the library after her tutoring. He had bring her iced coffee with sticky notes that said things like for the brainiac. He didn't care what people thought, he only cared about her. And when she tried to convince herself that it was just a crush, that Jungkook was being kind, that it wasn't what it felt like, that her heart didn't race every time his hand brushed against her while handing her a book, that she didn't secretly wait for his text at night just to smile. But the truth was her heart had moved on from Sam long ago. It had fallen for Jungkook deeply and truly, but she didn't have the courage to face that pain again. And this time the feelings was stronger. It wasn't about crush this time, and she knew that the pain of heartbreak will going to be more painful, and she will not going to move on from Jungkook easily. So she made a promise to herself that she will keep her feelings deep rooted inside herself, so their friendship never ends. Then came the night of the annual college party, the event of the year where the whole campus showed up looking their best. Everyone expected the usual, but no one expected her. When Van walked in through the grand doors, the loud music, laughter, and even the DJ's beat seemed to filter her rebel through the hall. She wore a sleek black dress that hugged her curves perfectly. Her dress was reaching her mid-thigh, and on the left side there was a slit that was joined with pearl beads, elegant but devastatingly hot. Her hair was down in soft waves, lips tinted red, and confidence oozing with every step she took in her heels. Tara nearly screamed, "Oh my god, why?" And she rushed to her, holding her by her shoulders. "You look like a model, no strike that you look like the final boss of Heartbreak." Vine smiled shyly, blushing. Behind her walked Jungkook, dressed in all black suit, his piercing in place, silver rings glittering under the lights. His gaze was locked on her, only her, and the entire campus noticed. Sam nearly dropped his drink when he saw her. Shit, he murmured, eyes fixed. He couldn't stop staring. He walked straight up to her, a cocky grin back on his face, trying to play it smooth like he hadn't stared at her before. "Hey Van, wow, you look insanely hot. I was wondering if we could maybe talk, clear up what happened." Van raised her brows, one hand on her hip, her red lips curving into a big smile. "Talk now that I look like this?" Cute timing. Sam laughed awkwardly. "Come on. You were always sweet. Maybe we could hang out sometime." "I mean, things can change, right?" Before Vine could even speak, a strong arm wrapped around her waist and pulled her back against a warm, hard chest. Back off, he said coolly, voice laced with danger. His jaw was clenched, his eyes dark, burning with intensity that made Sam stiffen. "She's my girl, and no one, especially not someone who used her and didn't respect her, has the right to even breathe near her now." Vine gasped softly, staring up at him with wide eyes, her heart pounding. Sam opened his mouth, but Jungkook didn't give him a chance. Jungkook turned to Vine, cupping her face gently with both hands, ignoring the crowd that gathered, the stares, the gasps. "You are mine and I'm done pretending." Van blinked, lips parting, heart fluttering so wildly she could barely breathe. "I love you, Van." His voice cracked slightly, his thumb stroking her cheek. "I have loved you from the moment you walked into the library, like you owned the air around you, like you didn't give a damn about anyone else. You were brilliant and pure, and you looked at me like I was no one. And for the first time, I wanted to be someone. Jungkook, her voice trembled, eyes glistening. You are not like the others. And I don't want you to be. I don't want other guy ruling over you. I want to be the only one who gets to see that smile at night. I want to be the one you trust, the one who never breaks your heart. She was froze, her mind screaming, her heart already choosing. She didn't wait. She threw her arms around his neck and whispered, I love you too. And right there, in front of everyone, in front of Sam, in front of the stunned crowd, in front of the entire campus, Jungkook leaned down and kissed her passionately. His lips devoured her like he had waited forever. His arm tightened around her waist, her fingers curled into his jacket. It was soft, then rough, then sweet, and then everything at once. Gasps, cheers, jealous stares, shattered hearts, but all they saw was each other. And in that moment, they knew they fall harder for each other, and now no one mattered.